So until you're 18, just be non-binary,
There
and
you go.
you don't need to go through the chemical,
Mm-mm.
irreversible changes in your body. You don't need to treat puberty like a disease that you have to stop.
That's so
And it
gross.
is, and all of the harms that have to go along with that.
Yes.
It's not just a
Yes.
surgical cosmetic procedure you're talking
No.
about. You're to become a woman. You're not going to it's so cut way beyond the complexity to really be able to actually do that. You can make
That's
some
right.
cosmetic alterations as an adult. You get to choose that. You get
That's
to
right.
pursue that if that's your path. But
That's right.
I think it should and gender affirming care. I mean, it's that's a criminal operation as
It
well.
totally is. Yep, it totally is. We that's why we need to get together. You as a professional and me as somebody who did this such a long time ago. That's why we have to build bridges with each other and start to really put our voices in the mix, even if people hate us, whatever that even means, right? The kids will thank us in 5 to 10 years. They will turn around and see you and I, and they will say they cared about us because those people, they don't care
Mm.
about those. They're like trash to them. So even when they, we have a large population, even though they try to hide it, of detransitioners. That's an actual real thing happening. Yet they're like, it's not happening. It's shocking.
They deny everything that objects or points out the flaws in
Yes.
their operation, and
Yes.
they bully their way past.
That's right.
I mean, I think it's been a long trail from the 70s when they did Title
Mm,
IX, and that opened the door through the
mhm.
educational system and indoctrination system that started feeding all of the
Yes.
teaching student people who are going into teaching and education. uh, all of this stuff got filtered into that system, and now the
Right.
teachers are locked in and bringing all of that ideology,
Yes.
postmodernism, identity politics,
Wow.
trans queer ideology,
That's
all
right.
that is being taught to the kids. Plus, social media is
That's right.
dominating with that as well. But it just is, having trans uh trans strippers or cross-dressing strippers in there. I mean, I thought, like, hey, how come my straight teenage kid or middle school kid aren't we getting the Hooters gal down and bringing him in? That's to be fair.
I know. It's so
But
crazy. No, and everyone's just like, it's normal. Look, I come from the sex world. It's not normal when teenage kids are being taught shit by drag queens and like and like really they're only pushing the LGBTQIA bullshit. What about other stuff? How come it's only about LGBT? And as a member of that situation for not really anymore, I left. But that being said, I will say that I do not believe kids, they should know their gay people exist, trans people exist, and now let's move on. Because it should never be the forefront of what these kids are learning, ever, ever.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's got to be. I mean, part of the problem tangent to this is the lack of sex education or the avoidance of sex education,
Great,
starting,
great.
say, in middle school. Appropriate sex
That's right.
education that does introduce here's what we know about sexuality: there's
That's
straight,
right.
gay, lesbian, bi,
That's right.
and
Yes.
transsexuals. Gender is another story.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that maybe. And, I mean, you
Yeah.
don't need to do
No.
more than that at that
Right.
stage,
Right.
before.